Hello friends, welcome to my 6th stats tutorial. I really hope that you have been watching my tutorials and learning a lot about stats. If you have any doubt or if you want me to cover a particular topic in stats, please feel free to mention that in the comment section below. I put a lot of effort into these videos. So, I request that you can kindly like, share and subscribe. It really helps me to keep going. Okay, now back to the tutorial. Today, we are going to look at the different types of blocks. There are two ways to classify blocks, shape and category. Today, we are classifying by shapes. In the next video, we will classify by categories. There are 6 block shapes in Scratch. They are hat, stack, boolean, reporter, C, and cap. Hat blocks have a rounded top and a bump on the bottom, which indicates that you cannot stack blocks on top of it, but you can on the bottom. Hat blocks are used to trigger things when something happens. For example, when I click the sprite, it should change its color by 25 points. I already mentioned this color in the previous tutorial. There are 7 hat blocks, 6 in the events category and 1 in control. The extensions relating to devices also have some hat blocks, like text to speech, not text to speech, Makey, Microbit, Lego, Go Direct, as well as the Raspberry Pi extensions, which are exclusive to the Raspberry Pi edition of Scratch, as well as the video sensing extension. The definition block for every custom block is a hat block, but it does not have the shape of a hat block. Here is some trivia involving hat blocks. Every year for April Fool's Day since 2020, Scratch replaces hat blocks with cat blocks, which look like hat blocks with cat ears and a face. When you hover over a cat block, its ears will blink, and when you hover over its ears, they will twitch. Ear will twitch. Stack blocks are the most common block shape. They have a notch on the top and a bump on the bottom to indicate that you can stack blocks on top of it and on the bottom of it. There are 62 of these. 15 in motion, 17 in looks, 8 in sounds, 2 in events, 3 each in control and sensing. Variables has 4 stack blocks and the rest in various extensions. There could actually be 4 stack blocks in control, as stop all, which is a cap block, can be changes to a stack block when all is replaced with other scripts in sprite using the drop down. Operators is the only non-extension category without stack blocks, and you can theoretically make infinitely many stack blocks in the My Blocks tab. Boolean blocks are hexagonal, as they should fit in the hexagonal inputs, like here. However, they also fit in round inputs, like here. They usually return a true or a false. However, when they are put in number inputs or inputs expecting a number, they return a 1 or a 0 for true and false respectively. They are used to test whether something is true or not. There are 5 in sensing, 7 in operators, 1 in lists which is variables. We made a list first. One in list, which is this my list contains thing, and the rest in various extensions. Reporter blots are round and fit in round inputs. I tell you the result of a calculation or a variable. There are 34 reporters, not counting the theoretically infinite amount of reporter blots that can be made for each variable and list. There are 3 in motion, 3 in looks, 1 in sound, none in events and control, 10 in sensing, 11 in operators, and theoretically infinite in variables. C blots or wrap blots are able to run scripts either like in a loop, like forever, or conditionally when a specific condition passes, like this if then. There were a notch on the top and a bump on the bottom, like stack plots, to indicate you can stack blots above and below it. The only exception is forever, which does not have a bump, as if you could stack blots underneath it, they would not run, as the code inside the forever loop will run forever, will not stop and allow the other code blots to execute. So they made it so that you cannot stack blots under the forever blot. C blots have a mouth to put a script inside of, and when you put blots inside of the mouth will expand. Most C blots have only one mouth. That's why they're called C blots, as it looks like the letter C. Except for if else, which has 2 mouths. The first one is to check if the condition is true. Second one is to check if the condition is not true. If else here is nicknamed the E blot, as it has 2 mouths like the letter E. There are 5 C blots in Scratch, and they're all in the control category. They're repeat, forever, if then else, and repeat until. Finally, we have the cap block. It is a notch on the top like a stack block, but no bump on the bottom to indicate that you cannot stack blocks below it, but you can above. Almost like an inverse of hat block. They are used to stop scripts and indicate you can't go further. There are 3, all in control. Stop all, delete this clone, and forever. Forever is a cap blot and a C blot. Stop all is a cap blot. However, if you choose other scripts in Sprite in the drop down, it becomes a stat blot. And if you stat blots beneath it, the options all and this script disappear. Okay, so these are the blot shapes. However, this is not the only thing. There is a lot more to cover about blot classification, which I will cover in the next video. So, I request you to go over this and familiarize yourself with the shapes of blots. In the next video, I will teach you all about all the blots in all the categories I mentioned. See you next time. Bye.